Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer comes from no, I've got the wrong information here. This actually, well, I wonder what happened there. Computers, you gotta love them. This is Fieldwork Brewing. This is their Galaxy Juice IPA, coming in at 6.6% alcohol by volume. These beers that are considered juice bombs are really impressive to me, guys. Let me type this in. I love these unfiltered beers. They are very, very, very tasty to me. A lot of people don't like them. I am not in that crowd. I've told you this before, guys. They are very tasty to me. So, this was sent to me by Austin. He sent a little note here saying, Galaxy Juice is an IPA from Fieldwork Brewing out of Berkeley, California. They use the same mobile canning line as Temesco, so there's no canned on date printed. A lot of times these breweries, when they do switch over and do some canning and they don't have a canning line, they will get a mobile canning service to come in and they will can up their beers for them, but normally they don't have any kind of dating machine to go along with that. So he tells me that this was canned on February the 16th and today is the 26th. This is 10 days old. Doesn't get much pressure for that, especially for something that's coming all the way from California. So, Austin, thank you, my friend, my brother. I do appreciate you picking up the the beers that you did and sent to me. I cannot get these beers here, so it is so wonderful that I have the subscribers that send me some of these awesome beers from around the country and around the world. I just got a package from Henrik from Sweden, and it's just amazing to me that I have such wonderful subscribers that send me all these wonderful beers, and I do appreciate it, guys. Y'all the best. Y'all are awesome. Let's get on with this. Like I said, the ABV is listed here at 6.6 like on the can. We've got the right information from Right Beer on it too. Beer Advocate has it at 6.6 and Untapped also has it at 6.6. Nobody has the IBUs. I did not see it listed on the can, but there is a ton of small print on here. So it may be on here somewhere. And some of this writing is so small I cannot even read it unless I get my glasses out. And I would bet $1 to a donut that it's not on there. Otherwise, if it was, somebody would have listed it here on one of these 3 sites already. So, let's say it's not available. Our commercial description on this one says, another juice bomb from our series of hazy northeastern IPAs. Galaxy Juice is a Waimea size wave. Waimea size wave of pineapple. Aroma rolls slowly, surging forward with its trademark notes of fresh pineapple as you pull your glass to your mouth and take a sip. Galaxy Juice crashes down with copious amounts of body and bright tropical hop flavors. Its hazy appearance, sticky mouthfeel, and fresh from the fields of Hawaii flavors, making an IPA in the styling of our favorite Northeast breweries with a profile that James Dole would give his stamp of approval on. So these guys are realizing the Northeast is is picked up on this and is producing a lot of these juice bombs like this, and they are catching on all around the country. So know this is probably going to be a very tasty beer here, guys. So that's all we need to talk about there. So while I get the can to open up, I want to tell you the cuisine is curried in Italian. The cheeses are peppery, Monterey, pepper jack, sharp, blue, cheddar, your stronger cheeses, gorgonzola, limburger. And the meat is poultry, fish, shellfish, and salmon. And I will add grilled meat to that. Looks very orange juicy coming out of the can here, guys. Very juice bombish, if you will. Glass water pint, background tumbler, mug, size Sidel. I'm using my favorite tulip glass, a solid beer glass. And that's about all we need to try to get in there right now. And not recommended for extended cellarings. That looks like a glass of orange juice, guys. It is so juice bombish looking. Look at that. Doesn't that look like a glass of orange juice? It really does. It's amazing. Very cloudy. Very, very cloudy. Nice orange tangerine color. Looks like a glass of orange juice, guys. Let's get a nose on it. Oh yes, wonderful aroma. Pineapple. Grapefruit, hints of pine, oranges, mango, maybe even some peaches and tropical fruit or lighter fruit, apples, pears. Wonderful aroma. That smells delicious. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Austin. Oh yeah. That is absolutely fantabulous. These are really catching on, guys. A lot of people in the brewing industry, craft beers, are producing these now. It is catching on big time. Wonderful aroma, wonderful taste. Alcohol is super well hidden for 6.6%. Not getting any of that. Delicious. Delicious. And a lot of times where you see these plain Jane silver cans with the wraparound stick-on label, these guys are concentrating on what's going inside the package rather than spending a lot of money on producing a fancy artwork covered can or graphics on the can. So, and that's what they should be doing. I mean, there's no reason to produce a high dollar package to put your beer in. Spend your money on that and just put a stick-on label on it. Would be nice to have a dating machine, but Austin tells us that that'd be my only fuss that I would have, even though they're doing a great job of what they're putting in this can. These mobile canning services need to have some kind of dating machine too, so they can stamp it on there. But I don't know what the distribution is on this and whether it's going out to the stores or everything is bought up when it's canned at the brewery like it is here. If it's bought up at the brewery, you know how fresh it is. They'll tell you how fresh it is. And if it's going out to the stores, another story altogether. It needs to have some kind of date on it. Whether it's packaged in 4-pack or a 6-pack, it needs to have, if you don't have a dating machine to stamp the bottom of it, use one of those little price sticker guns and put it on the top of each can. So everybody knows if they break those out of the ring holder or whatever, it's still got the date on it. So that's my only pet peeve on this, but it's just me, just my OCD, guys. Well, let's sip on this for a while, let her taste it. I'll have to pry it out of her hands, I'm sure. And we'll come back after I sip on it for a while, see where it ends up. Very impressive right now. Alright guys, I'm back. Got this little left here. Very tasty. Awesomely well-made beer. Very nice pineapple, grapefruit, pine notes on this beer. Very tropical, if you will. And that's, I think, well, from the commercial description, that's where they were going with this, and it lives up to that. Very well done. Very tasty beer. 6.6% alcohol is super well hidden. A very nice juice bomb, Galaxy Juice Bomb. That's what they're calling it, Galaxy Juice. Very nice label. Nice colorful label. A lot of very tiny writing on them, which I'm just not a fan of. They're putting a lot A lot of stuff on there I think is just a waste of time because nobody can read it unless you got glasses on or you're a young buck where your eyes still focus in on some of that small microscopic writing. Mine don't, not anymore. So very tasty. I enjoyed this. Austin, once again, my friend, I do appreciate you picking these beers up and sending them to me. Very impressive. I am a sucker for these juice bombs just like I am for the bourbon barrel aged stuff. I love these juice bombs that they're producing now, and it's catching on. A lot of breweries are doing these. I wish the ones around here would. I wish they would start producing some beers that are not just transitional. A lot of the breweries around here produce some good beers, but they don't produce an outstanding beer. They produce a lot of beers to get your macro drinkers off. And we have quite a few of those around here that drink Bud, Miller, Coors, and they're producing a lot of beers to get those drinkers of those beers into something with a little more taste. And they don't produce anything outstanding unless you go to the brewery and get it on draft there. They don't bottle or can any of those outstanding beers that they produce. So they're not available at the craft beer stores around here or the grocery stores. So awesome. Final chug. Maybe just a little more than a little bit. Second final chug. Outstanding. Very delicious, guys. And like I said, on a lot of these beers that are producing these from the mobile canning lines, there is no date stamped on it anywhere because those mobile canning services don't have that ability to do that. But Austin told me when it was done, the only fuss I've got about this, if it's going to a beer store somewhere and it's set on the shelf, you have no idea. So whether all these kind of beers are brewery only releases and you have to pick them up there, which I can understand why they're not concerned about having any kind of date on it because you know you're getting it there and it was just canned. But if it is going for distribution and goes out to the stores, that's a big no-no for me to have this sitting on the shelf and not knowing how old the beer is. So that's where we're going to leave it on this, guys. I do think this is a 9 out of 10. Numeric rating on this one, I would give it it's pretty outstanding. I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. It's outstanding though. If it had a date on the bottom of it, it would probably get to 10. I just want to see that on there. Whether they got a machine that stamps it or they're going to take somebody with one of those little price sticker guns and snap it on the top of each one of them, or even on the bottom. Put it on the bottom there, you know. And so if it's distributed, we're going to know. So very delicious though. That's my only fuss on this one. It was excellent. All right, let's run over to Beer Advocate. And Beer Advocate says 91, outstanding. So that's in their A category there. Over to Rate Beer, they have 97 overall, 97 in the style. Excellent numbers from those guys. And for our final check-in, we'll run over to Untapped, and they have it at 4.13. A numbers all around, guys. It is an A beer. Definitely worth picking up. And if you're in the California area where this is produced, these guys are out of Berkeley, California. Like I said, don't know how far it's distributed, or you have to get it at the brewery, or not sure it actually shows up at the stores. Not sure there. Austin did not tell me. So, Austin, if you know if it's distributed, or if you have to get it at the brewery, you might put that in the comments. But otherwise, outstanding beer, guys. Very, very tasty. Very enjoyable. I did enjoy this, and I would buy it if I seen it here and it had a date on it. So, alright guys, that wraps it up on this one. If you've had it, this is the Fieldwork Brewing Company's Galaxy Juice. Let me know what you think, guys. Come on back tomorrow. Let's dig something out of the fridge. See you then.